Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today, the tranquility of the Emmerdale village was shattered today as news broke that village hardman, Cain Dingle, has been arrested following a desperate, days-long manhunt. Reports confirm Cain was detained in Dover, the culmination of a chilling confrontation with the village's resident psychopath, John Sugden, whom Cain had been relentlessly pursuing for the murder of his son, Nate Robinson. The development follows weeks of intense, high-stakes drama that saw Cain plunge into the depths of his dark side, driven by grief and vengeance. The arrest seals the fate of one of the soap's most enduring figures, and potentially, the deadly outcome of his pursuit of John Sugden. The Hunter and the Hunted, the pursuit of John Sugden. For those who missed the electrifying events of the last few weeks, the village was reeling from the revelation that John Sugden, the seemingly charming new arrival who had wormed his way into the Dingle clan's good graces by proposing to Aaron Dingle, was, in fact, a stone-cold killer. John's year-long reign of terror was unveiled when he was exposed for holding Mackenzie Boyd hostage and, most devastatingly for the Dingles, for the cold-blooded murder of Cain's long-lost son, Nate Robinson. Cain Dingle, a man for whom family is everything, reacted with characteristic Dingle fury. He made a vow of revenge, cutting himself off from his wife, Moira, and his young sons to embark on a chilling quest for justice that flew outside the boundaries of the law. He disappeared, hot on the heels of John, who had successfully coerced the ever-scheming Caleb Milligan into helping him flee the country. The deadly confrontation in the woods. The tension peaked in a recent episode that will go down in Emmerdale history. Caleb, under duress, drove John away from the village under the pretense of escape, only to deliver him straight into Cain's deadly trap deep within a secluded forest. Cain emerged, shotgun in hand, a terrifying picture of righteous vengeance. This wasn't the usual Dingle bluster, this was a father pushed to the brink. In a meticulously planned move, Cain had even dug a grave, fully intending for the woods to be John's final resting place. The confrontation was explosive. Cain's voice, usually a menacing growl, was laced with pure hatred as he goaded John, reducing him to a pathetic nobody who was desperate to be noticed. John, despite being at the edge of a grave, retaliated with a final, desperate twist. He revealed that if Cain killed him, an email detailing Caleb's own dark secret, the murder of Anthony Fox, would automatically be sent to the police. Suddenly, the game changed. Cain now risked not only his own freedom but also the life sentence of his brother, Caleb. In the ensuing struggle, a desperate John attempted to assault Cain with a rock, but Cain was too fast, disarming him and leveling the shotgun one final time. The screen cut to black, accompanied by a deafening gunshot. Viewers were left with a cliffhanger that immediately sent social media into meltdown. Had Cain Dingle just killed the man who murdered his son? Moira's agony and the arrest in Dover. The answer to that question may now be secondary to the greater unfolding disaster for the Dingle family. While the village remains oblivious to the outcome of the showdown in the woods, the news of Cain's arrest has rocked Butler's farm. His wife, Moira Dingle, has been left to manage the farm and care for their children alone, all while collapsing from exhaustion and facing her own significant health anxieties. The search for Cain was a desperate race against time, only to end in tragedy for the family. Moira received the devastating call today confirming that her husband had been detained in Dover. The exact charges remain unconfirmed, but the geographical location strongly suggests Cain was still in pursuit of John, or perhaps, fleeing the scene of his final, violent act. The future of the Dingle dynasty. Regardless of the specifics, Cain Dingle's fate is sealed, at least for now. He is facing the full force of the law, and with his violent history and his direct involvement in a manhunt involving a murder suspect, he is looking at a significant spell behind bars. This dramatic development leaves the Dingle clan vulnerable and divided. Moira is left heartbroken, fearing her family is falling apart. She now faces the agonizing task of supporting her incarcerated husband while juggling her own personal burdens. The village is holding its breath, waiting for the one truth that matters: what exactly happened in the woods, and will Cain Dingle ever return to the Dales?